New at 5, Oklahoma Governor Kevin Stitt delivered a State of the State address from Broken Arrow today. The governor's speech was hosted by the BA Chamber of Commerce. He delivered what his key priorities are now midway through the current legislative session. Fox 23's Devin Lyon joins us live in studio tonight. Devin, you got the chance to talk to the governor after his speech today.
That's right. His speech was very similar to the first one we brought you coverage of back in February. He touched on income tax, energy prices, and building a business state. But some of that was overshadowed by a few recent controversies, and if there really is any life to that tax cut.
Oklahoma is the place to be right now.
This time in green country, the governor listed his legislative priorities in a State of the State address halfway through legislative session.
That my vision for Oklahoma, it's really clear. It's very simple. Every piece of legislation that I'm pushing is all to make us the most business-friendly state.
Stitt addressed areas such as his half and a path plan to gradually eliminate income tax, cracking down on illegal marijuana grows, and bringing large-scale data centers to Oklahoma.
Everybody's talking about new data centers. We have developers calling us, wanting to come to Oklahoma. Google just bought some land from the state in Stillwater. They have their largest data center located in Pryor. They're going to build another huge one. We want to capitalize on this data center boom. We need to expand energy production.
However, some of those priorities were overshadowed by recent controversies in the state, such as the governor's shakeup of the Oklahoma Forestry Service after last month's wildfire outbreak.
It's my understanding there's just been tons of insubordination at the top of forestry. And like I said today, I love our firefighters. I love our rural firefighters. I'm just trying to make sure that we're going to put all of the assets on wildfires when they happen. And what I found out was forestry's management left half of our assets in eastern and southeast Oklahoma instead of actually on the fires. That's what's unacceptable for me.
He also commented on the 8 students from Oklahoma State who had their student visas pulled by the federal government.
I'm sure if the Trump administration was revoking some visas, they had a reason, that there was some kind of problem with it. Listen, the Trump administration is not trying to pick on people here. They're trying to make sure that we have law-abiding citizens, people chasing the American dream, if you're going to be coming to our country. So I think that's every time I've talked to Trump, he's not picking on kids. He's trying to get rid of the criminal element out of our country.
And Governor, we're halfway through session, and it's also tax season. Some of the questions here revolve around that. What's the life for half and a path right now at the Capitol?
You know, I love it. I've got some other things I'm working on, but obviously I meet with the Senate and the Senate Pro Tem and the Speaker every single Tuesday for breakfast. And I think right now the Senate is looking. They want to try to get some kind of tax cuts done. The House, I don't know as much. They haven't been talking about tax cuts as much as I would have liked them to. But I think the path at least is moving. Maybe maybe the House and Senate are working on that. But we have to get some kind of relief for Oklahomans.
Yeah, so far there has been little movement in the state legislature to get rid of the state's income tax. However, several budget increase requests from different state agencies that would have prompted more taxes have been shut down by the governor and the state legislature. I'm also reaching out to elected Democrats for their thoughts from today. There's not an official organized one like what we see back in February. I'll bring you that response when we have it. Live in studio covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
If you want to see the full State of the State address made by the governor today, we have it on our YouTube page. There's a link to it in this story on fox23.com.